And welcome back. And the last time we were together, we finished talking about road surfaces and the learning points. Road and lane position. To understand the importance of taking the safest position on the road and be aware that this position can change according to traffic and road conditions. So position on a straight is pretty much at the center of your lane, not at the center of the road. Position on bands is pretty much at the center. Position on junctions and cross junctions. So when you approach a junction, there are a few things that you need to take in consideration. The first one, see, let's say for instance, this marker here is you coming up the road and you're approaching the junction. You're either going to go straight ahead or you're going to make a left turn at the junction or make a right turn at the junction. So as you're coming up at the bottom of the road here up, first thing that you need to take in consideration, number one, is look at your mirrors. So you look at your mirrors to assess if you have anybody in proximity to you, close to you, following you behind, or if that person is at a certain distance, or if there's nobody. So if that's the case, you have more time to make your decision and perform what you need to perform, such as turn the signal on. So you tell the whole world your intentions that you either want to make a left turn or a right turn. And then you do a show the look, which means that immediately after you put your signal on, you put your you do a show the look. So in other words, you check your blind side. So signal on, show the look to the left, or signal on, show the look to the right. And the fourth and last procedure is to change your position. You can't approach a junction and make a turn from the middle of the road over, because somebody can cut you off and hit you broadside on your left side. So to prevent that from happening, down here you check your mirrors. So if you have somebody tailgating you, you have to make decisions kind of fast. So you check the mirrors, put your left signal on, and show the look to the left, and then you change your position. You bring the bike to the left, and about a foot away from the corner, you make your turn and enter the road that you're about to go to. That's the safest way to do things. Right turn, you're coming up the road and you put your right signal on, show the look to the right. Well, if there's nobody coming in the opposite direction, you got a green light, you come up here, make your turn, and finish your right turn. But if you have traffic coming in the opposite direction, right? In Ireland, as you know, you ride on the left side of the road. And anyway, there's cars coming over on the opposite direction. So if you're about to make a right turn, you stop in this box, which is called the yellow box. And when you are in the yellow box, you are in domain of the junction. So that means that even if the traffic light turns red, because you had so much traffic coming in the opposite direction that impeded you from making a right turn, nobody else in that junction can't move until you vacate the yellow box, until you leave the yellow box. So you don't have to concern yourself about being run over by a car or anything, because if you're about to make a right turn and you stop inside the yellow box waiting for the opportunity to for that window of opportunity. So if the traffic light is green and the last car went, so from here you make your right turn. But if you turn red, nobody from here, here, or here, or here can move until you leave. And then you finish off, and everybody else in the traffic in the junction can move after you leave the yellow box. So at T-junction, the procedure is a little bit different, though the thinking is still the same as far as, look at the mirrors, put your signal on, show your intentions, what you want to do, show the look, and then you change positions. So if you're coming up the road, here on the left side of the road, one thing that you need to observe here is that there are some driveways, townhouses, on the left side over here. So you want to watch for that. So you don't put the turn signal on until you're passing by the last driveway. You put your left signal on, change your position from being in the center of the lane, and signal on, show the look, and then you stop the bike all the way on the left side. You see, on the cross junctions, if the traffic light turns red, you stop at the traffic light at the center of the road, at the traffic light mark. You stop at the center of the road. You don't stop on the left or all the way on the right, because some guy can stop beside you and push you off the road. So for your own safety, you stop at the center, at the traffic light, at the center of the lane. On a T-junction, you stop either all the way to the left to make a left turn, or all the way to the right of your lane to make a right turn. So kind of over here, over this side, kind of close to the double yellow line, but not on it, or over this side here. Okay, so that's where you stop as you're coming up the junction. So at some point you're gonna move to the left, stop here, or you're gonna go move to the right and stop here. So that's the difference, where you stop on the T-junction over where you stop on a cross junction. So in a cross junction, what happens is that every traffic light is receded from the very edge of the road. So when the traffic light turns green, you point the bike, if you're going left turn, to the left, and you drive the bike from the center of your lane to the left side of the road and make your left turn. Or you go forward a little bit if you're going to make a right turn. Either you put yourself inside the yellow box if there's traffic coming from the opposite direction. If not, you just go over the center of the road and make your right turn and go that way. Well, on the T-junction, you stop on the right side of the road, but you see there's one different thing that you do. When you stop, always make 3 observations. You look right, because your immediate threat comes from the right, so you look right or die. That's the thinking. So you look right, look left, do a second look to the right, and then you move off. And that's absolutely vital. It could be a difference between life and death if you don't make that 3rd observation. So you stop on the right side, you look right, left, right again, move off. So you stop here, and you look right, left, right again, and move off. Here, stop on the left, you look right, left, right again, and then move off. And you say, why is this so relevant? Because what happens is this. If you take matters for granted and only look right, look left, and then go, if you don't make that second right look, somebody can come out of this driveway here as you're about to make your left look, and somebody can take off like a bin out of hell. And if you don't look right again and move off, that bastard is going to either rear end you or hit you broadside. If he doesn't kill you, he's going to cut off your leg. Literally. So don't take ever matters for granted. So this is very important. Always look 3 times when you stop at a junction. Okay, so let's continue. Now, road layout and road conditions. I'm going to stop the video again and I'm going to do this layout here. Okay.